Better turn that down before I get copyrighted. Hey, welcome to Friday, everybody. It's a beautiful, sunny Friday afternoon. Actually, not quite afternoon, creeping up on noon. Beautiful sunny day in Washington State. This really is the absolute best time to live in Washington State. We usually get nice weather in mid-July. Usually starts about July 5th. Usually goes to about the end of August, mid-September sometimes. But it's a little bit hot. I will admit that. Washingtonians are the only ones who will complain about too much rain and snow and then too much sun. We like it sunny, crisp, not cold enough for a jacket, but not so warm that it makes you sweat. We're a little picky. Yeah. Boy, what a last couple weeks, huh? Unbelievable. The events that have taken place just in the last, since Saturday? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6-7 days. I don't even know how to address this. This is just nuts. It's nuts what's going on. And what's even more nuts is how little people still want to talk about it. I mean, it's almost like having a conversation about current events, the weather, news, politics, small talk. In my mind, people have just shied away from that. You come up, wow, crazy what happened, huh? I was out at Ocean Shores, at the bowling alley, took Brody out to the bowling alley and Ocean Shores, or the bowling alley at Ocean Shores. We didn't go to Ocean Shores to go to the bowling alley. We went to Ocean Shores to cool down last weekend. And we left on the Saturday that the event in Pennsylvania took place. And I just walked into the bowling alley, and there wasn't that many people there. And the woman who was helping me behind the counter, she was nice enough. But I just made a comment like, wow, crazy what's going on, huh? And she looked at me with just a blank stare. Like she didn't know what I was talking about. I mean, is that what people really want to do? I mean, can we assume that they're in the Biden camp? I mean, I'm not in either camp. I've never been in the Biden camp or the Trump camp or the Hillary camp. I've always just been, like I'm sure a lot of you are, in the, God, I hope just we get into some camp that will work, where we can feel safe, where we can feel like there's hope, that there's a future, that there's possibilities going forward. And the amount of lying and just false information that's coming out of, I mean, I don't think anybody watches mainstream media anymore. If anybody does, let me know. I mean, I watch it a little bit with my mom in the evenings. I'll make dinner for us, and we'll kind of go through that nightly routine. And I think that routine comes from the 70s and 80s. That's what everybody did. We sat down, we ate dinner, and when dinner was over, or sometimes during dinner, we'd watch the evening news, and Tom Brokaw or Peter Jennings or some of the older ones, I can't remember them now. They would deliver the news. They would deliver headlines. There was no opinions baked into any of the media. And today, that's just not the case. Today, you can't get away from opinion. All I want is information. That's it. When it comes to my business and when I do my analysis on picking stocks and trading and giving investment advice and analysis. All I want is info. I don't want opinion. Although the opinion and some of the social outlets that give opinions actually do kind of help cross-reference and correlate to help make some better decisions. I mean, all information is good information. But if somebody was just an onlooker, take like what I was like in the 80s and even into the mid-90s, I did not follow politics. I mean, I knew what was going on. I read the newspaper, kind of a front-page newspaper reader in years past, but I never really paid that close attention. I mean, think back to when you were kids. The Reagan election was kind of the first election that I remember drawing me in. I remember Ronald Reagan, watching him on TV and kind of being interested in listening to him. I remember, asking my mom, like, who's this guy? And she said, oh, he's an actor. He's a movie star. And I'm thinking, wow, movie stars are going to be the president? This is weird. But I remember the Reagan election hitting me with some emotion. I didn't know why I liked him. I mean, I was a kid who was afraid of the Cold War. Were any of you guys afraid of the Cold War? Did you have, I had some anxiety, I think as a kid, thinking about what it would be like to be blown up by a nuclear weapon. I mean, I literally was afraid of that, because of all the rhetoric and, hearing my dad tell stories about the Cuban Missile Crisis and the Kennedy assassination, which now, wow, everything just kind of is in a little bit more of a perspective. I think my son's trying to call me. Anyway, there is a lot that we need to start covering. I have not been doing enough broadcasts. I've got this other project going, and where I'm helping jack up a house and fix a house that's kind of falling into the ground that was built in the 40s. And it's a crazy fun project. I love it, but it's taking up a lot of time. But be on the lookout. Go to the Ackerman Alliance, www.ackermanalliance.com. Register. I hope it works. If it doesn't work, I apologize, but go and register on Ackerman Alliance. It's not a pay registration. You can join the site as a premium member and pay, and there will be some pretty significant benefits to that for those who are the early adopters of this vision that I had and where we're going with all this. But I don't have all the details on that yet. But go there and register, because I'm hopefully going to link up that registration with being able to join me on these broadcasts. Maybe not the broadcasts that are in the car, but when I get the new studio done where I'm going to be doing the majority of the daily broadcasts, hopefully that'll be done by mid-August. I think everybody is going to have to be at least registered and have your email address, on file. So doing a live show, I don't want to take on, there's a little bit of, how do you put it? There's a little bit of liability that I take on by running a live stream and a live show that's saved and gets broadcast. Learning all about the media business as I'm working on getting this media thing off the ground, but it's the way of the future. It's going to happen. So I'm on my way to pick up my son, and I think we're going to go play golf today, go do something, just get him outside and talk to him a little bit. Remember to talk to your kids. Because if you don't talk to your kids, they'll talk to somebody else. And if they talk to somebody else, they're going to get their ideas all twisted up in their heads. Chances are. So we'll see you the next time. This was a quick one. Talk to you guys later. Be safe out there.